All right, so we're gonna do an update on my locals. So I obviously showed you yesterday the deck list we played. We played an Eldritch Horus deck, so I was pretty happy with that. I performed all right. Went 2-1. I wasn't able to top, which is unfortunate. Those of you that might know, I am just starting back in the game. I'm trying to learn everything, and I've not been able to top my locals yet. Came really close today. Played 3 rounds in all my matches. I got at least one game. My round one, I won 2-1. I 2-0'd my second, and round three, I lost. I believe that's how it played out. Yeah. Anyways, every game was pretty close. I was pretty happy with how the deck performed. I misplayed a couple times, but feel a lot better informed. Anyways, a few changes from the deck profile. I did end up changing my extra deck. I mentioned that I wanted to put more Awaken the Dragon targets in. I didn't actually activate it, but I did put in Barone and where's the other guy? The Last Warrior. So the concept here is, they destroy. I side in game two. My what is it called? Awaken the Dragon. If my opponent sided in some back row hate, then now I got a free Barone or Last Warrior that shuts them out of the game. The ratios, I thought the ratios were pretty good. Obviously, I was stuck at 41 and I really wanted to get to 40, but it really didn't seem to matter too much. I saw everything I wanted. Only my game three on my third round, my third match, I didn't see anything. It just kept getting traps and I was stalling and stalling. It was working out, but that was the only game where I felt like something wasn't clicking. I wasn't able to get to my Horus engine at all. I drew one of the Horus card. I think it was happy, but I wasn't able to do anything with it. And yeah, I ended up losing that game. That was against Dinos. But we'll get into that in a sec. But surprisingly, I played only Rogue today. Against Rogue, I guess I should say. I played against Sprite game one, Trap Tricks game two, and Dinos game three. So the Horus engine, basically, this guy was the star of the show, getting to draw a card, and then also just getting to my King Sark. This card right here, the Sinful Spoils of Doom, absolutely nuked the Trap Tricks player I was playing against. He had a full board, tons of traps. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to out his board. And yeah, I was able to get to my Bellstar, activated Reclea on my opponent's main phase and nuked his board, and he wasn't able to get anything, any Recurrentian plays, and yeah. But the other star of this deck was definitely Super Poly, outed my opponent's Sprite field. I just summoned Garura, attacked for game, but summon limit. This card absolutely destroys basically every deck. I know I only played Rogue today, but Summon Limit was the MVP. Every opponent I played, as soon as I summoned Summon Limit, they were like, crap, how do I out this? And I most of the times end up winning. My game three where I lost, so funny enough, it was Dinos, and I know I love Dinos, so I know everything they do. And I was playing my opponent, and he hadn't activated any of the new support up until round three. And I was getting to the point where I was like, I wanted to ask him, is he playing the new support? But obviously I had to wait until the match is over because I didn't want to get any information. And sure enough, the way I lose was these guys right here. I actually just ordered them too. They just came in. But so I only had 2 Solemn Judgments. That I had a Heavenly Prison on field for 3K. He had nothing on board. I had a Summon Limit live. Couldn't really do anything. But he banished the Ground Xeno to get to the Kai to Terra, and then was able to summon the Horned Saurus. And sure enough, I had 1 Solemn Judgment, down, and I was thinking I could just negate the special summon of this, but it came down to a judge ruling, and they ruled that Solemn Judgment can't negate the special summon because it's not an activated effect. Something like that. Either way, that was literally the only reason why I didn't go undefeated today, which is unfortunate. It could have been my first top, but at least it had to be a Dino player, which I respect. And yeah, his effect to attack directly just bypassed my 3K Heavenly Prison, and that was enough for game. I was down to 1600. if that wouldn't have played out, he would have had no board essentially, and I could have just swung for game because we were both low on life. But yeah, that's how my round 3 paired out. But yeah, overall, I did like the deck. I did change the extra deck, like I mentioned, just to have Waking the Dragon targets. If I cut Waking the Dragon, then obviously these two will go out, and then I will play probably Anti-Spell Fragrance or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah, overall, 2 Golden Lords seem perfect. If I were to say a card I didn't like, I don't know, Skill Drain came in clutch. Maybe cutting one of the Conquistadors. I didn't really see them often. But it's nice to have them because I did go into Link Spider and then SP and clear a board. What else? There Can Only Be One was great. Yeah, pretty much everything was good. Sorry, my side deck still mixed into the from round 3. Lava Golem, I did clear my opponent's Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and SP with Lava Golem. I did lose that match, but that it still did its job. I might cut the elixir, but I don't know if I need target. Gen and Ken I got off once, which was perfect because the time I got Gen and Ken off was really nice. Because I guess we can go through the combo real quick, but though that you don't know. So the idea is you get Ken either by drawing into it or a Rhoda. Search Gen, special Ken to my opponent's side of the field, and then Ken will then activate for me to draw 2 cards, discard 1. So they already got some advantage, I guess you want to say. But the concept is that now I can, if I have a talent, which I main 2 of them, I can either draw 2 more cards off talents because my opponent activate effect during my turn, that being their Ken, or I can steal the Ken back and use that for link play, make it SP maybe, and especially during turn 1, it's nice. Or just use talents to rip a card. So that's the idea with Gen and Ken. And it's also nice because if I'm able to get into my Horus combo, I can send 3 of the Horus monsters to grave and go overlay into the coach trainer. Coach trainer would then detach, essentially pretend I have the 3rd target. I guess I'll just grab them for the sake of making sense. Wherever Happy is. I drew Happy so much. There he is. Fortunately, I kept drawing into him. But yeah, so the idea is, so I get King Sark, send these guys to grave, summon all 3 of them, overlay for kind trainer, detach to draw a card. If it's a monster, burn my opponent for 800. If it's a spell or trap, great, I just keep it in my hand. I can do that 3 times per turn. Keep doing that, get more stall. I could get my summon limits, I can get that. So now I have this. Then I can use Giant Trainer and Gen to go into SP. Also as another option if I don't have the talents. I can go into SP and then banish the Ken so they don't have that as a resource. Because since turn 1, there's no battle phase, so Ken wouldn't go back to my hand. So yeah, that was another thought process behind that. But yeah, I think I can get this to 40 if I cut one of the golden land cards. Maybe just play 2 Conquistador, 2 Wakero. That might be the move. Outside of that, I really like how it performed. Glad I was able to play this before the format changes, because I'll be on Fire King and Voiceless Voice from now on. For the time being, I guess. But really enjoyed playing Eldritch decks, my favorite deck, and the Horse cards are really nice, so wasn't sure if I was going to sell them or keep them on, but I think I'll hold on to them for now. But yeah, I just wanted to recap 2-1, no top, but all good. Definitely enjoyed it and do recommend playing this if you like Eldritch, if you like stun decks. If you just want to play something simple, you don't necessarily have to play the Horus engine, but it does help. You don't need the wanted cards, but like I mentioned, it came in clutch today. Getting an extra draw, getting into the Star, and that Simple Spoils of Doom. That card is insane. Just nuke my opponent's board. But there is, you can play the Adventure Engine, you can play the Dogmatica, or the Nadir Servant. So yeah, there's other options around to play this deck, but yeah, definitely recommend it, and I would say should try it out. Super Poly was great too. It's just a fun deck, and yeah, thank you guys.